Friends, welcome to a short video on the topic Adaptations, how plants survive. What is adaptation? The process of developing special features in the body to adjust to the surroundings is called adaptation. Due to adaptations, plants in different places look different. For example, cactus plants can survive in the desert region because they can store water, but mango plants cannot. That is why we do not see mango plants in a desert. On the basis of their adaptation, plants are divided into two types. They are terrestrial plants and aquatic plants. What is terrestrial plants? Plants that grow on land are called terrestrial plants. Examples are pine, fir, deodar, mango, neem, etc. Plants that grow in water are called aquatic plants. Examples are lotus, take grass, water lily, water hyacinth, etc. Another difference between terrestrial and aquatic plants is that the terrestrial plants have their stomata on the lower surface of their leaves, but in aquatic plants, stomata is present on the upper surface and some plants do not have stomata. Let us look at the plant adaptation in desert region. As you know, hot and dry places are called deserts. There is very little water in deserts. Cactus, date palm, babool, kikar are the examples of plants that grow in deserts. Let us look at the adaptations of the plants that grow in desert regions. As you can see in this image, in most plants, leaves change into spines. This prevents water loss from the leaves. As you know, stems are green, have chlorophyll and they prepare food. They are also store food and water, which makes them fleshy. The roots spread out deep under the ground in search of water. On the slide, we have plants that grow in mountain regions. These regions are normally very cold and windy. In some areas, snowfall may take place during winter. Pine, fir, deodar, spruce, etc. are examples of plants that grow in mountain regions. Let us see how the plants that grow in mountain regions adapt. Trees are tall, straight, and thin. They are usually flowerless. They bear cones with seeds inside them. They are conical in shape and thus are also called conifers. Their shape helps the snow to slide off easily. Their leaves are thin and needle-like. The leaves have few stomata to prevent loss of water. Their leaves have a waxy coating to prevent damage from snow. Next, we have the plants that grow in hot and humid regions. Some regions are very hot and humid. Plants like teak, rubber, coffee, tea, pepper, sugarcane, etc. grow in hot and humid regions. Let us see how these plants adapt. Leaves of trees always remain green, so they are called evergreen trees. Leaves are often arranged at different angles so that they get maximum sunlight. Plants that grow in plain region. These regions are normally neither too cold nor too hot. Trees such as mango, banyan, and sesame grow here. Let us see the adaptation of plants that grow in plain region. Trees have many branches that spread around. Their branches have many flat and thin leaves which help in evaporating excess water vapor, thus keeping them cool. Most of the trees can survive in very hot climate and shed their leaves in autumn. New leaves grow again in spring. Here we have the plants that grow in marshy regions. Waterlogged places are called swamps or marshes. Marshy places have sticky and clayey soil. Mangroves are plants that grow in marshy region. Let us see the adaptations of plants that grow in marshy regions. Roots grow out of the soil to breathe as the soil does not allow the roots to breathe. Such roots are called breathing roots. Roots have tiny openings at their tips. Now let us look at the aquatic plants and their adaptations. Aquatic plants are divided into the following three groups: floating plants, fixed aquatic plants, and underwater plants. Floating plants are the plants that float on water, like water hyacinth, wolfia, pistia, and duckweed. Let us see how they adapt. Some plants are of small size. Some plants have light and spongy bodies. Stems are reduced and roots are not well developed. Leaves are thin, waxy coating. Next is the fixed aquatic plants. Some plants like lotus and water lily are fixed to the bed of the pond. Let us see the adaptations. They have hollow and light stem which keeps the flower and leaf afloat. Their leaves are broad with waxy coating that prevents them from rotting. Leaves have stomata on the upper surface to breathe easily. Their roots are fixed to the bed of the pond. Let us see the underwater plants or submerged plants. Examples are tape grass, seaweed, pondweed, etc. Let us see the adaptations. Leaves arise in clusters from the roots and do not have any stomata. They have long ribbon-like narrow leaves. They breathe through their body surface. Underwater plants clean the water by removing carbon dioxide exhaled by aquatic animals like fish and turtles. Therefore, such plants are put in aquariums. We have discussed the adaptation of terrestrial and aquatic plants. Let us look at some other adaptations of plants. Let us see plants with thorns. Some plants like rose and bougainvillea have thorns which protect them from animals. Next is plants with poison. Many plants like poison ivy have poison in them. This keeps animals away from them. When we touch poison ivy, our skin starts to itch. Next is the insectivorous plants, also known as the carnivorous plants. Examples are Venus flytrap, pitcher plant, sundew, etc. Venus flytrap has hair along the edge of the leaves to catch insects. When an insect sits on the leaf, the lure starts to close. After a few seconds, the insect gets trapped. Then the plant digests the insects with the help of the digestive juices present inside. Another example of an insectivorous plant is pitcher plant. In pitcher plant, leaves are in the form of a pitcher with a lid. When an insect sits on the pitcher, the lid shuts down to trap the insect. Next is non-green plants. Examples are coral root and Indian pipe. These plants do not have chlorophyll, so they are called non-green plants. They cannot make their own food. They absorb food from the remains of dead plants and animals, so they are called saprophytic plants. Let us look at the uses of the plants of the grass family. Dried grass is used for packaging. Roots of these plants bind to the soil well and help in the conservation of soil. A grass called papyrus was used to make paper in Egypt. Some plants of the grass family are used as medicines. Plants like wheat, rice, and jowar produce cereals to humans and animals. We get sugar from sugarcane plant. Bamboo plant is used for making baskets, brooms, mats, etc. Bamboo shoots having high nutritional value are used to prepare dishes in many parts of India. Hope you like this video. Thanks for watching.